OSI made contact with the hacker. His name was Shadow, a former government cybersecurity expert who had gone underground after exposing military corruption. "If I help you, they'll come for me too," Shadow said over an encrypted chat. "They are coming for all of us anyway," Yinka replied. After a long pause, Shadow agreed. "Fine. But if this goes south, I disappear. And so should you." Shadow traced the cyberattacks back to an elite intelligence unit known as Unit 39, a covert group used by corrupt officials to erase whistleblowers. "They don't just delete information," Shadow explained. "They delete people." Yinka's blood ran cold. Unit 39 had files on journalists, activists, and even former government insiders. And now, they had added one more name to their list. If they wanted to bring Unit 39 down, they needed proof, something physical, something undeniable. Shadow found it, a secret data center in a heavily guarded government building in Accra. If Yinka could infiltrate it and extract the files, they would have enough to expose the entire operation. "You've done risky things before, Yinka," OSI said. "But this is suicide." She knew he was right. But she also knew something else. "They took everything from me," she said. "It's time I take something back." Using forged credentials, Yinka and Shadow infiltrated the building under the guise of IT contractors. The plan was simple. Shadow would disable the security feeds for 3 minutes. Yinka would slip into the data center, copy the Unit 39 files, and walk out before security noticed. But nothing ever went as planned. Just as Yinka inserted the flash drive into the terminal, an alert blared across the facility. "Intrusion detected. Lockdown initiated. Yinka, they know. Get out." Shadow shouted in her earpiece. The doors locked. Security officers stormed the hallway. Yinka had only one option left. She sprinted through the corridors, dodging guards and slipping through emergency exits. But just as she reached the outer gate, a black SUV screeched to a stop in front of her. The door swung open. Inside, a familiar face stared at her. "Yinka Adeyemi. You didn't really think you could outrun us, did you?" he said, smiling. 2 men grabbed her, shoving her into the SUV. As they sped through the streets of Accra, Yinka's mind raced. She had failed. She was trapped. Or was she? In her pocket, her flash drive held all the evidence they needed. And OSI and Shadow were still out there. She wasn't done yet. This wasn't the end. This was just the beginning of the war. Please watch, subscribe, comment and share for more episodes.